Sonya asks, I turned 73 last year. She doesn't look it either. She forgot to take an RMD from her retirement account. What should she do now? What would you say to Sonya, Roger?
It's okay.
Oh,
Don't panic.
okay.
There are steps you can take to fix this, and you're not the first person to miss a required distribution. Let's backtrack a little bit and talk about what a required minimum distribution is. It's only mentioned in our industry, so most people don't know what it is. In fact, 62% of the people don't even know what it is or aware that they have to take it. All the required minimum distribution is, it's the age in which the U.S. government would like you to take some money out so they could receive a few dollars in tax finally, since you've deferred it for a long period of time. For investors that manage their own investments, the RMD brings risk into missing it. Most custodians provide, at the end of the year, the dollar amount you must take to satisfy this. So one of the things we do at Premier, we have an RMD list that we're auditing all the time to make sure people have taken their distributions. It typically happens at this time of year.
Right.
Most people like to take the required minimum distribution at the end of the year.
Late third, fourth quarter.
Yeah, they have an idea of, one, how much money they've made. They may want to make a charitable gift with it if they've made more money than they thought. One of the things that works really well for people who are taking required distributions is to set these up to automatically happen.
Okay.
All the custodians, for the most part, that I'm aware of, would allow you to go in, set up an automatic RMD. They calculate it. They send you the check. You can't miss it. All right.
Okay.
One of the reasons it's important to take the RMD, if you miss it, it's a 25% penalty.
Ooh.
That's if you miss it and don't fix it.
Okay.
You can fix it.
Yeah.
Okay. Which you said, oh, it used to be a 50% penalty, Doug.
Oh.
That changed under the Secure Act 2.0. So let me talk about the steps for Sonya directly, what Sonya needs to do. All right. First, take the required distribution immediately. You're going to have two to take this year. Take them separately so that there's a documentation of taking the missed required distribution.
Okay.
Second, you're going to file Form 5329 with the IRS. That's an explanation form, and put a cover letter on it asking for a waiver.
Dear sirs.
Dear sir, please, I forgot or didn't know.
I'm so sorry.
And you make a clear request for waiver of the penalty. 2, let them know what tax year the RMD was missed. 3, the reason the distribution was missed. Just tell them, I didn't know. Tell them why. 4, the date you discovered the error. The 5th step, the date the distribution was taken, and then proof that you've made and corrected the mistakes, such as copies of financial statements. The IRS will likely waive or reduce the penalty. We have had this happen to people typically on accounts that aren't here with us. In fact, I had an individual come in who is a customer, I think this is about a month ago, and she had a 403B. So that's through a separate account, and she left it there. It was a small account.
Yeah.
It's like $20,000. She missed an RMD, so then she took it for the next year, but then she forgot to take it that year because she thought she already satisfied it.
Okay.
She's been one behind.
Right.
So I walked her through these steps. She got this waived, but it really goes to, once you get into retirement, the more simplification you can do, the better. Could have easily said, hey, let's commingle this with an IRA and roll it over. Get down to one RMD, but she's taking one here, and now she has to take one there.
Yeah.
So simplification to the problem. So the good news for Sonya, there are steps you can take to fix it. Just tackle it right away. I laid out the 5 steps. Sonya, if you need help, call our office. We're happy to get you the information that you need. But it really goes to why working with a professional, especially later in life, as people start to lose capacity at some point. Just the desire to figure this stuff out, the overall mental aptitude. this is the time you should have a professional help you out to get you through all of these different changes that are going to happen in retirement.
I love that stat, Roger, that you said 62% of Americans didn't realize what an RMD was. I'm finding that I'm talking to a lot of my customers that are nearing age 70, and they still think that they have to take their required minimum distribution at 70 and a half. In the Secure Act, it's 73 now.
They've made it complicated. It's 73, but if you turn 75 after 2032, it's 75. Let's just come up with an age, call it good, move on down the road.
Or just get a financial advisor, get a wealth advisor. They can help you handle these sorts of things. I think what you said, Roger, was so apt, is that after a while, you lose bandwidth. You have other things that you're doing in life, especially if you're retired. You got grandkids maybe, you're traveling, you're doing other things. Your mind's full of a whole lot of other stuff. Let a financial professional be the one that helps you manage this portion. At premieriwm.com, they can and will do that for you. You can make your appointment online. Again, premieriwm.com, or call 800-383-6590. Premier Investments in Wealth Management named a Forbes 2025 Best in-State Wealth Management Team.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial or tax advisor prior to investing. Premier Investments in Wealth Management and LPL Financial do not provide specific individualized tax or legal advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific situation with a qualified tax or legal advisor. Economic forecasts set forth may not develop as predicted, and there can be no guarantee that strategies promoted will be successful. All performance referenced is historical and is not a guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. There is no assurance that the techniques and strategies discussed are suitable for all investors or will yield positive outcomes. The purchase of certain securities may be required to affect some of the strategies. Investing involves risks, including possible loss of principal. There is no guarantee that a diversified portfolio will enhance overall returns or outperform a non-diversified portfolio. Diversification does not protect against market risk. Forbes Best in State Wealth Management Team's ranking was developed by Shook Research and is based on in-person, virtual, and telephone due diligence meetings, and a ranking algorithm that includes a measure of each team's best practices, client retention, industry experience, review of compliance records, firm nominations, and quantitative criteria, including assets under management and revenue generated for their firm. Investment performance is not a criterion because client objectives and risk tolerances vary, and advisors rarely have audited performance reports. Shook's research and rankings provide opinions intended to help investors choose the right financial advisor and team, and are not indicative of future performance or representative of any one client's experience. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Neither Forbes nor Shook Research receive compensation in exchange for placement on the ranking. For more information, please see www.shookresearch.com. Shook is a registered trademark of Shook Research, LLC.